Okay, so I'm gonna drop. All right, since you watch Cartoon Network, right? I'm gonna drop names of cartoons, and you tell me yes or no that you have seen them.
Okay.
Centurions.
So I don't even think that we really got Nickelodeon at my house. It was Cartoon Network.
Huh? You didn't get Nickelodeon?
Well, if we did, we never really. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I did watch Nickelodeon when I could, but for the most part, everything was straight Cartoon Network for us.
Okay.
Didn't Rocko's Modern Life, that was a Nickelodeon show, right?
Yes, my jam.
I love that show. And then was Cat Dog wasn't. Was Cat Dog a Nickelodeon show? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Cat Dog, Angry Beavers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved Angry Beavers.
Yeah.
And Our Real Monsters. That was the show that I really liked, but I wasn't able to really watch it the way because
Our Real Monsters was my jam. I loved Our Real Monsters.
But then you had to subscribe to the Nickelodeon channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that my parents subscribed to it. And then it was weird. It was weird how, yeah.
Wait, you had DirecTV?
No, I'm talking way back in the day. I don't even know. It wasn't DirecTV. It wasn't. Was it satellite?
I mean, yeah. Well, it was two major satellite companies. It was Dish Network. Well, is Dish Network and DirecTV. There was Prime something, but satellite was kind of weird like that. So you had certain packages that you had certain channels, but then you had to get another package to get that other set of channels. So, and I think it was something funky where you had Cartoon Network, but you did have Nickelodeon, or vice versa. But it was one company that was doing that. So that's probably the company you was with.
Okay, because I honestly don't remember. I mean, when you there was no guide. So when you used the remote, you had to know the channel that you wanted to turn it to.
Oh, you had the black box with the red numbers?
Yes. Yep, whatever that was. That's what we had.
The normal cable box. Yeah, the underground cable box. Yeah, that's what you had. Hey man, we were
always watching Cartoon Network.
Okay, so I'm gonna drop. All right, since you watch Cartoon Network, right? I'm gonna drop names of cartoons, and you tell me yes or no that you have seen them.
Okay.
Centurions.
In the near future, Doc Terror and his cyborg companion hacker unleash their forces to conquer Earth. Only one force can stop this evil, a handful of brave men. In specially created exoframes, they can be transported anywhere to fuse with incredible assault weapon systems beamed down from the space station Skyvault, becoming man and machine power extreme.
Centurions?
Mm-hmm.
That name sounds familiar. What was that one about?
Three guys, they say power extreme, and these weapons attached to them. One was water, one was air, one was land. Ace McCloud was my favorite one because he was the one that was flying. When he said power extreme, he had the wings. It was almost like a transformer, but he's human.
I'm looking at the pictures of it right now, and I don't remember watching it.
Oh,
I know I've seen it.
This hurts me in the chest,
but I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm
SWAT cats.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. All right. I have that DVD set, by the way. I watched it last night. I watched SWAT Cast last night. It was the Past Master. That's the episode I seen. Pirates of Dark Water.
Yes.
Down with Droopy D.
Hello, are you happy people?
Yo, why are you unlocking my memory box right now? Wait, Down with Droopy. I need to see this.
Down with Droopy D. It was basically Droopy.
Yep.
Okay. I hated this one. Absolutely hated it. Banana Splits.
Was that the one? Banana Splits. What was that one about?
It was like more like live action, but it was like stuffed bear. It was like a guy in a stuffed bear costume, and had sunglasses. It was kind of weird. I hated it.
Banana Splits.
The Banana Splits.
Oh, yes. I remember this one. It gave Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. I was like, But I like Chuck E. Cheese, though. Chuck E. Cheese was cool to me. Before he looked cracked out.
I don't know that I would actually... I remember this show. I didn't watch it, though. Like, when it would come on, I would turn the channel because I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I'm like, man, get this off my television because... I'm a kid talking about this is my television. But nah, yeah, like get this off my television. I don't like this. Change it to something else. Herculoids.
Herculoids.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds familiar too. Herculoids. See, I have to go back and Herculoids cartoon. Yes, I remember this one. Yes.
Oh, she got excited.
Wait, and the blob things like made like weird noises.
Loop and Gleep.
Like the 6-legged triceratops monster that shot like power
shot
bomb.
red rocks.
Yeah. I remember this. Yes.
My favorite one was he was flying and he was shooting lasers out his eyes and his tail. But it got real when he used all 3 lasers because like my eye lasers ain't working. I'm gonna have to use my tail too.
The dragon one?
Yeah.
He was my favorite too. It was a Hanna Barbera.
Yep.
Oh,
it
snap. Okay. Hanna Barbera was like, I swear they had a monopoly on next to Disney. It was Hanna Barbera.
Oh, all day. Zoc. That was the name of it. Zoc was the dragon name.
Zoc. Okay.
Thundar, the barbarian.
Yes.
Okay. Birdman.
Of course.
Space Ghost.
Yes.
The Impossibles.
The Impossibles. I need to look it up. I'm looking it up right now. The Impossibles. Hanna Barbera.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I tried that.
I'm looking at this animation style and I'm just like, what was I? I'm so glad I got into anime. Oh my goodness.
But it was gems though. It was gems. Like I think with two of those cartoons I felt like should have lasted way longer than it should have. SWAT Cats for one. I felt like the animation was really, really good for its time. It was dark. It was a little gritty. Pirates of Dark Water was...
I really like that one.
Yeah, that was... I felt like it was a crime to have it just one season because I feel like they threw everything in the kitchen sink into the first season.
I thought that they were bringing that back to Cartoon Network.
Like as a second season?
More like they're re-airing episodes.
I have that too. I had that DVD set too.
So now I gotta go back and look. A lot of these cartoons you're naming are like old cartoons though. Like they're old.
Mm-hmm.
These weren't the same cartoons that were out like during the Doug or I mean, they still played them, but I mean, they had newer shows that were more comparable to like Doug, Hey Arnold.
Oh, like Dexter's Lab, Cow and Chicken,
Yes, all
Iron
of those.
Weasel.
I watched all of those.
Orange Phoenix Magazine is your one-stop shop for all things manga, anime, comics, video games, pro wrestling, cosplay, and more. We even have Sudoku puzzles and word finds in as well. For only $7.99, you can get your own digital copy of Orange Phoenix Magazine, whether it's the current issue or past issues. Also, if you want to save a little bit of change, you can join our Patreon for only $5 a month, and you are guaranteed a monthly issue of Orange Phoenix Magazine. Who knows? You may be featured in the magazine one day. Also, on the same website, you can click on our apparel section and check out our gear through TeePublic. Whether it's hoodies, mugs, t-shirts, or pillows, we got it, and we often have a 35% off sale as well to save you guys money. Click on the links below and to get that party started today.
All of those. Cow and Chicken was borderline Ren and Stimpy style. I mean, it was Ren and Stimpy was 100% an adult show, but the animation style of Cow and Chicken reminded me of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. You remember that episode of Cow and Chicken where you finally saw how the parents looked? Because the camera panned out on how they really look? Because the only thing you saw was their legs, right?
No, I don't remember that. Now I have to go look. Cow and Chicken parents.
Yeah, because they only showed the legs. So when the camera panned out, you saw that all what they were. It was just nothing but legs and hips, and that's it. There was no top half of the body. I was like, oh, but that answers my question now.
Oh, yeah, I just saw the clip. That what?
Yeah, talking legs. That's what it was.
I'm so confused by that, but okay. Maybe they ran out of budget and couldn't draw the rest of them.
I don't know. That budget was kind of nice though. Dexter's Lab was my jam though.
Yeah.
That was definitely.
Get out of my laboratory.
Yes, that was my jam for sure. I think that's on Hulu right now too.
I would say that Dee Dee was definitely chaotic good, and Dexter was chaotic evil. Would I say he's chaotic evil?
Yeah. Dee Dee always have good intentions. She's just a whimsical, happy person.
Yeah.
Just constantly fuss Dexter shit up.
How about Johnny Bravo? Let's talk about Johnny Bravo and how he is so problematic, and he would have definitely been canceled had.
He'd have been hashtag Me Too in 30 seconds.
I'm like, in every episode, he is sexually harassing somebody.
Easily. Every single time.
I'm like, so he's basically like, he was like okay, let me not say that.
But did he always get his ass whooped? Like he get punched in the face anytime? Yeah. So it's like,
yeah, but that never deterred him.
No. Hey.
Never.
Damn, man. Johnny would not last in today's.
No, he wouldn't. Not.
Oh, Monkey. Now, some of the obscure characters, like Monkey. Monkey always used to sneak out, do some superhero shit, get back in that cage, and look exhausted.
Wait, because he would be the one that was literally saving the day and like preventing disaster from helping. And I remember that. He was so over everything. The Powerpuff Girls. That was my jam too.
Listen, can we leave Mojo Jojo alone? This mofo was in jail. They broke in jail just to whoop his ass.
And apparently, out of all of them, Bubbles is the one that you should actually be afraid of.
Emotional, damn it!
Yeah. Like, it's always on site with them, man. Your light went out.
You should use your new lamp, your lantern.
You know what? I could use my new lantern. You'd be like, woo, like that.
That's cool. It's giving the screen like an red orange ambiance. It works though.
It really does. It really does. Right, and it can actually get real bright. Shout out to Mifa.
Mifa. Because we could use those for like our emergency as emergency lamps from when our power goes out, because in Michigan that actually happens.
That's the thing. I love lanterns, right? I don't know why. I just have this thing for lanterns. So whenever I see a cool lantern, I want it. So when I saw this and I'm like, oh, there's a speaker on it too, and I was like, and I'm gonna get more than one too. So this is just one. I just wanted to get one just to see how it is, and it's all LEDs. So I'm gonna get another one. I'm probably gonna have. This is gonna be the only type of lantern I'm probably have eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have another one, and it is around here. No, it's actually downstairs. So it's like this big, but if you expand it, it's like you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah, those are cool too.
Yeah, that thing bright as hell too.
Random question: what was your favorite? I'll do the question in two parts. Favorite Toonami show and favorite Adult Swim show.
Ooh, man. Favorite Toonami show. Okay, I gotta go through all of them in my head.
And it can be from any from when it first started up until now.
Okay. I could easily say as a kid, Toonami would be Dragon Ball Z. But the older I got, Outlaw Star was my... Damn, Yu Yu Hakusho was on Toonami too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Shit. My favorite Toonami show.
Look at the broadcast history.
Whee. Okay, I'm looking at Gene Starwind right now. Like, I'm gonna have to say Outlaw Star. That was my favorite show. Adult Swim. Cowboy Bebop always a staple. But
I don't know that I'd be able to pick, because they had a lot of really good shows. They
really did.
So I can list my favorites.
It was two actually, and there was one not anime. Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. I really did love that.
Those are that was when they first started the programming in '97. They had Real Adventures of Johnny Quest.
Yep.
And that's where they had Space Ghost, Herculoids, Impossibles. That was all in '97. So the following year they had Sailor Moon, so I really started to get into more anime by watching Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
But my favorite one, I really liked the Tenchi Muyo or Tenchi series.
On Toonami?
And then another cool show that I think is really underrated is The Big O.
Yo, so true story. So I went to a convention and I found the Big O DVD set, the complete series. Because I don't think the series was completed on Toonami. I don't believe. And I found it and I bought it. I have it. So
that's
the
right,
ending was a little confusing.
They only played, I think they only they only did the first 13 because it looks like there were 2 additional ones.
Yeah.
There was Big O2, and then there was that was a manga. No, there was the Big O2, which was an additional 13 episodes.
Yeah. Which Big O2 is different than Big O1. Not vastly, but the ending of Big O2 is kind of make you kind of like sit back and like, sit back and think. But Adult Swim, for me, because that was all uncut stuff. They started out doing uncut stuff, so
yeah.
Oh man, when you mentioned
2012,
Chichimuyo,
Adult Swim 2012 was like almost peak programming for them.
Yeah,
because they had Bleach, Dead Man Wonderland, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, Ghost in the Shell, Cowboy Bebop. Ghost in the Shell was also one of my the standalone complex. That was also one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, that was a constant. If anything in Adult Swim, like Ghost in the Shell was definitely part of it.
Yep. They had Eureka 7, Samurai 7, Thundercats, and Naruto. So that's where I start. So this is probably where I started initially. No, because they wouldn't have played it. They would have been English dubbed, and I don't like English. I generally don't like English dubbed anime. So I probably would have saw the shows on Toonami and then went and found them and watched the original subbed version.
Okay. I know it wasn't the best show on Adult Swim, but I think it was one of the reasons why I watched Adult Swim, because it was uncut, and that was Gundam Wing.
Yes, that was also one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Loved Team Duo Maxwell all the way.
Hey, all
Gundam,
day,
Death
man.
Scythe Hell, and then my other, I had 3 favorite, I had 3 main favorite Gundams. It was Death Scythe, in the movie Death Scythe Hell, which was the updated version, the Tall Geese, and the Epion.
Tall Geese, wait, you got a PlayStation 4?
No.
Damn.
And I was also absolutely in love with Zex Marquis, aka Miliardo Peacecraft.
Peacecraft.
Yep.
With his ideal. Let me tell you something. People switch ideals so much in Gundam Wing, it was ridiculous, man. It was like, God dang, man. Like,
no, but I feel like Hiro was the one that stayed constant.
He's the only one that stayed constant. He was like,
he was the only one that was consistent.
The most gangster thing he did was just rip the paper in half and like, I'll kill you. And he walked away, and the episode just ended. Right?
And it was just so funny because it's like, just their entire group and the personalities that came together, because you have Duo on the one hand that admittedly has all of their backstories were just like, yo. But then Duo is the one who's like all still happy-go-lucky and is like the fun one of the group. Then Katra, who was
Crybaby.
I mean, Crybaby, but he was soft.
Yeah,
he was the softest one. Troa, my little brother absolutely loved Troa. He was Team Heavy Arms all the way. And then what was his name? What was his name?
Oh, Wu-Fei?
Wu-Fei. Wu-Fei was kind of on the same level as Hiro. Like,
he was a little chauvinistic.
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely.
he was a little chauvinistic. So Hiro, I felt like he had no personality. He was just monotone.
He was
just straightforward. That's just, it was only one thing.
But wasn't he like a child soldier though?
Yeah, he was.
So
he was
it's like he never had a chance to develop a personality because they took that, his background, they kind of took that away from him. So but I think when Melina, because she fell in love with him, and so but ultimately I know that she stepped up to do what was right for the people. So I don't think that they actually realized the romance but I think that her kind of she reached out to him, and I think that her involvement in his life kind of I guess thawed his icy exterior by the end a little bit, just a tad, just a little bit.
You know what? I feel like as a project, we should rewatch Gundam Ring, right? And like just revisit it and just break that down, like to a science. Because I like Duo, he had the best personality out of all of them. Like he was, he was a soldier at the end of the day, but I mean, he'll still kill you. And so for me, my favorite Gundam out of that series was definitely Deathsight. I really did like Deathsight, Tall Geese, and Ultron. Like those are my three. The one that Wu Fei had. Wu Fei had the dragon.
Shenlong.
He was like,
Shenlong. Yeah,
Shenlong.
And then
he called it two names. It was Ultron, Otaku, and Shenlong.
Yeah, and then Katra had Sandstorm.
Yeah, Sandrock.
Sandrock. Yeah, Sandrock. His was pretty cool too.
Troa seems like, okay, my favorite color is orange and all that, but I feel like Troa was like the biggest liability because once you out of bullets.
For heavy arms. I mean, his Gundam was like a walking missile silo.
Yeah. Like once you like just expand all the bullets and the missiles, it's like, damn, I'm out.
But the Wing Gundam was like really cool too. But it was immensely cooler in the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz movie. Immensely cooler. Yeah.
The budget was broken. In that one. It's like you could see the feathers coming off.
Right? At the climax of that movie when he's just up in the air firing his whatever laser that was down into the what was it? It was like a bunker. It was like it was a base, and he was firing it down because who was that little girl who was like, what was she trying to do? I can't remember. She was trying to stage a coup or something.
Yeah, I think it was Trey's daughter, I think.
Yes, Trey's. Yes, it was his supposed daughter. And as she was talking, before that, she was talking mad cash, and then Hiro was like, "All right," and then he started firing on them, and then she was like, "I have made a mistake because he is about that life." That was the best. Like that was the best part when she realized just how in deep she was.
Character-wise, I really did like Trey's. I really did like Trey's Cushionata. Like he was a calculating type of cat.
Yep.
It's like he never been upset or mad. You never saw him pissed. He just was always in control. And that is like, to me, that's like the most dangerous type of person. Like nothing will rattle him.
Did Zex / Miliardo, did he die in the series? And that's what, because he was, I don't remember him. Was he in Endless Waltz?
Yeah, so Zex died, but Miliardo didn't, because Miliardo
because Zex was like was a alias.
Yeah. Trey's did die because Wu Fei killed him, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because Wu Fei and Trey's had this thing with each other, this rivalry, and they had some type of honorable combat type of situation. Even in death, Trey's was just cool. He's like, yeah, good shot, Wu Fei. It was a good battle. And it's explosion.
And then blew up. Wait, no, okay, now I remember. I remember that. I mean, back then, that animation was like top tier too.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't like that anime was not catered towards a younger audience. That was for adults, because even though I was a kid watching it, I didn't catch all the nuances.
Yeah.
and the depth of the topic that they were discussing, like the so yeah, I would totally be down to do a rewatch so we can like dissect it.
Yeah, war and pacifism.
Yep.
And the means of getting to pacifism.
Mm-hmm.
Like it did break that down. Like I definitely
whether or not it was maintainable.
Yeah.
If it was attainable, and if so, how it would be maintained.
Yeah. Yeah. So, people just wanted to drop weapons. It was like,
we're not going to do that.
That's virtually impossible. But yeah, I'm definitely down for a rehash on watching it.